Hey everyone, how's it going? It is so good to be with you tonight on this very cold, almost winter day. Winter solstice happens on the 21st, so it's not quite winter, but practically it is. It is so cold. It's cold here in the dwelling place. Got the heater kicked up a couple of notches, uh, just trying to stay warm. But I'm excited to be with you tonight. Welcome to Dwell Live, which is a program for the Dwell Youth Ministry, which is a youth ministry of First Congregational United Church of Christ in Colorado Springs, Colorado. My name is Josh, and I am very excited to be with you tonight. Tonight we're going to be talking about what else? Christmas. The reason to talk about Christmas tonight is because for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be taking a break for the holidays. So for 2 weeks, there will be no youth programming. Besides this coming Sunday, we're going to be doing a game night. We're playing Jackbox games, which if you sign on to Zoom, I'll be sending an email out. You can also look on Instagram at FCUCC Youth to find that Zoom link. But if you log on to Zoom, all you'll need is a second device like this. So I'm talking to you on Zoom, and I have a device, then I can play the game called Jackbox Games. They are a lot of fun. They're super silly. We had so much fun this past Sunday, and I'm so excited to play again this Sunday at 7 o'clock on Zoom. We're doing it on Zoom. We're doing this online because of COVID. It's hard, man. Like, it's so hard. This has been a long year for so many of us. It's been so hard. Friends put it this way, that we are experiencing prolonged trauma together. This is no small or laughing matter that we're experiencing. This pandemic is a really big deal. And so we need to stay safe. Over 300,000 people have died due to COVID-19. It's a lot of people. Like, so many people. And so we're trying to be as safe as possible here at First Congregational and at the Dwell Youth Ministry. So we're going to be online for the foreseeable future until things turn a corner, which I'm optimistic about what is coming in the future. But tonight we're talking about Christmas. But before we get there, I want to take a moment to pause, where we find a moment of silence and of contemplation, because we live in a really chaotic world filled with a lot of noise. So just for a few breaths, I want us to be silent together and really enjoy that time, okay? Let's go ahead and breathe. My friends, I am eager to have those moments, because if you're anything like me, I fill my head and space with a lot of noise. I listen to podcasts and music constantly, or I have on a TV show. But I think it's really good for us to um, step away from a lot of noise and just focus on our breathing. It's really healthy, not just for our bodies, but for our spirits. So I encourage you to do that on a daily basis for 15 seconds. Just breathe, right? Whoa. All right, I'm glad you're here. I want you to know that everybody is welcome, that no matter who you are, what you believe, who you love, you are welcome here. There's nothing that can separate you from being loved by us. We are a church here that is affirming of all gender expressions and sexual identities. Um, we readily affirm and hang a banner that says Black Lives Matter. We want to be a racially and genderly justice congregation, and it's the same for this youth group. All right, tonight, Christmas. We are 9 days away from Christmas. Advent is great, which we're in the season of Advent right now, which is the anticipation of the celebration of Christmas. Advent's, it's awesome, but Christmas is that much better. I love Christmas. It's a celebration, the culmination of all of that waiting during Advent, and especially this year that has lasted for 150 years. I'm really excited for Christmas, really excited. Obviously, Christmas is more than just opening presents and getting together to be with family. A lot of us aren't getting together with family this year because of COVID. But Christmas is more than that. And so I wanted to talk about Christmas tonight, and not just the normal, it's Jesus' birthday thing. It's so much more profound than that. Christmas is a much bigger deal than it's Jesus' birthday. That's a big deal. I get it. Because we often think of Christmas as the beginning to the Jesus story. Like it's a necessary prologue for the cool stuff that Jesus would do, like mocking Caesar, or turning water into wine, or resurrecting from the dead. No small deal. We treat Christmas as if it were nothing more than just a prologue. But it is so much more than that. It is so much more than the start of the Jesus story. Have you ever heard of the word incarnation? It's a word that is used about Jesus to communicate that the divine took on human flesh, like skin and bones. That God was no longer in something out there, but God was like a human, right? But you know that, fine, whatever. But do you really understand the immensity of that? That God took on the fullness of human flesh. That God took on the entire human experience from birth until death. It's not that God was walking around in a human costume. No, God knows exactly what it's like to be human, to be us. It's a really big deal. Jesus got hungry. Jesus got angry. Jesus had all of the feelings that we experience. He got tired, probably felt awkward, and in general, just went through the full human experience. In the incarnation, the divine, or the line between the divine and the human, became blurred. That God is not some being out there. No, God is a being right here and right here. God forever in the incarnation linked together the divine and human. I don't see this as a degradation of the divine. but I more see this as an uplifting of humanity, what it means to be human. It's a popular idea among many Christians to see humanity as fundamentally broken, as if that we are fallen and incapable of doing good. But what I see in the incarnation is a celebration of what it means to be human, to acknowledge that fundamentally we, like you and I, are good. We're not bad. We're not broken. No, the divine in the person of Jesus declared that we are beautiful. You, my friends, are beautiful. In Christmas, God became real to us. God is not just an idea or a belief or some force necessarily. No, God, in their infinite beauty, revealed themselves to us by becoming one of us. That's crazy. We no longer have to search the depths of infinity trying to figure out who God is. We don't need to look any further than the person next to us, than the person on your screen right now, than the person in your home right now. We see God in the love of our friends and our family, in the flowers growing in the garden, in the sunrises and sunsets, in the person holding a sign on the street corner, in the mountains, in the cold winter air, in the hug from a stranger, and even in our enemies. We see God in the flesh. That's Christmas. Let me share with you a poem that's it's written by an unknown author, but I find it to be one of the more profound things that communicates this idea. And it's like an important poem to me. It reads, "I sought my soul, but my soul could not see. I sought my God, but my God eluded me. I sought my brother, and I found all three." Isn't that beautiful? It's what the author is saying is that our struggle to understand God or even our own selves can be solved by seeking out our brother or our sister or our friend or a stranger. Now, God is not those things. God is not me. God is not you. God is not the mountain, but God is in those things. This, my friends, is the Christmas miracle that the divine chose to dwell among us. That God is not a distant being out there. God is right here, right now, even during this live program. I see the divine in you, my friends. And I hope you see the divine in me. This is Christmas. Well, it's Advent, but I won't see you during Christmas. So in this moment, I want you to take this with you, that you are loved. that you are so worth it. And you are important to this world. This world is a better place because of you. You are loved by God and by me. Grace and peace, my friends. Merry Christmas, Happy Advent,